give timelines on when you will report to the House on the statement sought.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I believe by the virtue of that green seat, you are very erudite on a bunge calendar. So I rise just to ask for intelligence, if you can allow the committee to bring a response immediately after the short recess.
Honorable Nzai.
Madam Speaker, thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I just want to the member to clarify the meaning of erudite, because you know the erudite is it's a special glue to attach timber and metal. So maybe, Mr. Speaker, as we know, as according to the standing order of the County Assembly, the member should use a simple English so that every member or citizen of Taita Taveta County can understand what he's speaking about. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Mheshimiwa Mzue.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I don't think the member has used any difficult word, because it just means somebody knowing something. The teacher of English.
Mheshimiwa Mzue, are you standing on a point of notification, clarification?
I'm standing on a point of correction. If it's not there, but that's what I'm standing on.
Mheshimiwa Nzai.
Madam Speaker, you know, when you're in a bunge,
are you standing on
a point for Madam Speaker? I'm standing to maybe to get clearly what the member of Mololo want to defend the member of the nominated vice chair of health about the word which he has used, the erudite. Because Madam Speaker, we are dealing with a community. Some are not learned, some are they never went to school.
Point of order.
Yes, Mheshimiwa Omar, what's your point of order?
Madam Speaker, we cannot dwell on this issue of advanced English each and every time. I think you just, by the virtue of that green seat, you just rest this matter once and for all. Thank you.
Yes, Mheshimiwa Nzai.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, we want the citizen of Taita Taveta County to understand when a member uses the...
You're standing on which point?
To understand the word of erudite. So I just requesting the member to explain or to clarify the meaning of erudite.
Speaker, maybe because the...
Mheshimiwa Omar, you did not catch my eye.
Oh, thank you, Madam.
Mheshimiwa Patricia.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise on a point of clarification. I think the honourable member, Vice Chair Health, is in order, because erudite is just a vocabulary that is used even in high school. I think honourable members here, they need to dig deeper into their books and try to understand such kind of vocabularies. Thank you, Madam Speaker. So we cannot be debating on just a word that is erudite. What if somebody uses another vocabulary? We'll be here the whole day discussing about one thing. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Sir.
Madam Speaker, the standing order is very clear.
Mheshimiwa Nzai, you did not catch my eye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Madam Speaker.
Okay. Take your seat, Mheshimiwa Nzai. Any honorable member to comment on the statement sought? Statement seeker.
Madam Speaker, as I also agree the time given because of what the Vice Chair has referred as a short says that we are. I want to remind the Chair and the committee that these are very sensitive matter. All the patients that are being handled in that particular department have wound up becoming disabled. You can mess up with anything else. You can mess up with the life of a person or the health of a person. I just request, and I will request, you give direction seriously on this matter so that at least the chair and the committee can take this matter seriously, because if your service is delayed, then we are also messing up with the people of Taveta. Then the people are facing are the people from Taveta who are really depend on that particular department. In that few remarks, I also accept the time given, but give more directive on that matter. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Next statement. Mheshimiwa Lilian.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to respond to the statement sought by Honorable Newton Kifuso on rampant forest and farm fires in Vimingu Kishushe Ward. Background information. Madam Speaker, Standing Order number 61-1 states that a member may request for a statement from committee chairperson relating to matters under the mandate of the committee, and the speaker may either appoint a day for the statement or direct that the statement be issued on the same day. On Tuesday, 30th September 25th, during the morning sitting number 080, Hon. Newton Kifuso sought a statement from the Secretarial Committee on Environment, Forestry and Climate Change on rampant forest and farm fires in Vimingu Kishushe Ward. The request for statement was made by the Office of the Clerk in Reef TTCS/ADM/2/3/22/Volume 4 037 dated 30th September 2025. The CEC member in charge wrote back to the committee responding to the statement via letters Reef Government of Taita Taveta County /W/I/WMM Volume 25/80 dated 10th October 2025. The Department of Water, Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources took note of the concerns, provided the following detailed response based on recent reports and ongoing efforts. Question 1. On what are the root causes of the rampant forest and farm fire in Vimingu Kishushe Ward and across Taita Taveta County? They respond, the recent increase in fire and forest and farm fires in Vimingu Kishushe Ward and other parts of county in primarily attributed to 1. Dry weather condition, characterized by high temperatures, strong winds, and low humidity. 2. Human activities, particularly the use of fire for land clearing by farmers and community members, and arson with notion it will bring rains. Uncontrolled fire use in land around forested areas, land leading to accidental speed. Question 2. On any individuals, groups, or entities suspected of international setting these fires, and what legal action is being taken against them. At present, no specific individuals or group have been identified for international arson. However, investigations are ongoing in collaboration with the Kenya Forest Service, KFS, the National Police Service, and local administrations. Where evidence of arson or negligence is found, legal action will be taken under the Forest Conservation and Management Act 2016 and Environment Management and Coordination Act EMCA 1999. Question 3. What measures have been put in place by the county government in partnership with national agencies to prevent and respond to such fires? The county government, in partnership with national agencies, has implemented the following measures. Joint firefighters efforts involving Kenya Forest Service, community members, and county staff. Public awareness campaigns advising against the use of fire for land clearing. Enhanced patrols by KFS and Community Forestry Association in high-risk areas. Rapid response coordination to contain fires at the earliest possible stage. Question 3. What resources have been allocated by both levels of government towards fire surveillance, rapid response, and rehabilitation of burned areas? County government deployed of personnel to support in community-based fire management initiatives. National government, KFS, have provided technical experts, firefighters kits, and the coordination of multi-agency response. Rehabilitation plans for burned areas are under development, focusing on reseeding and restoration of affected ecosystem. However, it is important to note that several affected areas, including parts of Umingu, parts of Undanyi Mbale Ward, and other locations across the county, currently lack dedicated budget allocations for fire surveillance, scouts programs, or community forest associations support. This limitation hampers the department's ability to provide comprehensive coverage and rapid response capabilities across all fire-prone zones. Number 5, how are community members, including Forest Scouts Community Forest Association, CFAS, and private landowners being engaged in forest protection, awareness creation, and fire preparedness? Community involved in central to our fire management strategy. This includes 1, active participation of community forest association and forest scouts in patrols and early direction in areas where they are operational. Training and awareness creation on fire prevention and safe land use practices. The department acknowledged that in several fire-affected areas, including certain sections of Rumengu, Kishushe Ward, and other regions, there are no functional community forest association or forest scout programs. This gap significantly reduces community engagement in forest production and fire preparedness activities. Question 6. What accountability mechanism will be instituted to ensure those responsible for setting forest and farm fires neither deliberately or through negligence face legal consequences and provide under the Forest Conservation and Management Act 2016 and the Environment Management and Coordination Act 1999 EMCA. To ensure accountability, the following mechanisms are being strengthened. 1. Strengthen enforcement of environmental laws in collaboration with the Kenya Forest Services and the judiciary. 2. Regular audits and reviews of the fire incidents to improve preventive and punitive measures. Committee conclusion and recommendations. The committee noted the following: that there are no dedicated budgetary allocations for fire civilians, forest scouts programs, or support for community forest association in several high-risk areas such as Rumengu, Kishushe, and Undanyi Mbale. This has hindered consistent monitoring, early warnings, and rapid response capabilities. 2. While the department has emphasized community participation in fire management, many areas still lack active community forest association and training forest scouts. The absence of functional community structures significantly weakens local preparedness and response. The committee acknowledged ongoing efforts to strengthen county forestry legal framework and inter-agency collaborations, but notes the need for a more robust and transparent accountability mechanism to ensure offenders face appropriate legal consequences. Committee recommendations. The Department of Water, Sanitation, Environment, Climate Change, and Natural Resources, in collaboration with KFS and other partners, should expedite the establishment and operationalization of community forestry association and forest scouts programs in all fire-prone areas, with clear structures for training, equipment, and coordination. The County Executive Committee member CECM for Water, Sanitation, Environment, Climate Change, and Natural Resources, and Finance and Economic Planning should set aside budget in the subsequent financial year for fire, surveillance, rapid response, and ecosystem restoration programs. The Department of Water, Sanitation, Environment, Climate Change, and Natural Resources, in collaboration with KFS, should conduct intensive and continuous public awareness campaign to sensitize communities on fire prevention, the danger of arson, and sustainable land management practices. The county government, in partnership with KFS and the national disaster management agencies, should develop and operationalize early warning systems, fire risk mapping, and rapid and rapid response teams to ensure timely directions and containment of fire. The county government should prioritize the rehabilitations and seeding of burnt forest and farmland areas and incorporate such restoration efforts into its climate change adaptation and environment conservation plans. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand to respond.
Statement Seeker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, first I want to congratulate the committee for the work well done under the able leadership of Honorable Mongoi. And I had so many questions when she was reading the response, but most of my questions were answered under their recommendations. So it's my humble belief that the CECM in charge will indeed implement the recommendations. Because, Madam Speaker, the destructions of habitats and the vegetation, it is really causing more harm than we believe. Because like in our county, there have been high cases, and those in the health sector, they can confirm, of respiratory problems. Respiratory problems is caused by pollutant or polluted environment, because people, because when there is a lot of smoke, it produces a lot of carbon dioxide among other gases. And from our basic chemistry, we know what carbon dioxide does if inhaled. And it causes a lot of respiratory problems, and many people, nowadays, there is sudden death of collapsing or something like that. And we know when one inhales smoke for long, like in my ward, every day, now and there's outbursts of these fires from nowhere, but there are people who are causing it. And every day the pollution, the environment is so dire, such that you'll be even, and it's so hot because people in other languages called they're destroying the Kyoto, or those are environment law language, but you can Google. It's very easy to understand about the global warming because of the destructions of the environment. And this recommendation, Madam Speaker, they need really to be taken seriously. Madam Speaker, in recent days, when you go to hospital, Moi and other, they have been also in those in dry areas like Kishushe, Paranga, and other dry areas like Mgeno and so forth. There is increase of snake bites. Because why? Because the environment have been, their habitats have been destroyed. So now they are running to live or to secure a safer place in the people's houses. And by doing so, they are becoming, they are seeing human beings as their enemies, of course. That was in the, those we believe from the beginning. When you see a snake, you have to crack its head. And those cases are really high. Like in 2 months, there are three cases in Mlilo and Kishushe of primary pupils who have been suffered from snake bites. One amputated, one was bitten in the neck, and the other one in the other last week was also bitten on the leg. And because the environment around have been destroyed by fire. So snakes, they are running also to look for water from the houses and also to secure a cooler place because the environment have been really destroyed. So the CECM should not just do a desktop research and give the response, but I will challenge the committee and the department to organize for site visit in just you can select few wards and areas across the county and feel and see the impact that is happening. Like in my area, I border the forest. It was destroyed long time ago. And the last week, when we were mourning Baba, and we are busy planting trees, but some people, I don't want to use vulgar language, these portions which were remaining in the forest, they were burning. And I wonder, are these people crazy or something, or just a provocative? And you find those forest rangers, they are village drunkard. They drink from morning to evening. They are just in the, they are lying. Some of them, it's pathetic. And nothing have happened. So it's good also to conduct a site visit in this area. And other than this, we have 20 wards climate change committee, Madam Speaker. Let the department make maximum use of the climate change committees. Let them empower these committees. And when they empower them, they will do a lot of sensitization and ensure our environment is protected. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Bryson Mambi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to give a progress report on the statement sought by Honorable Newton Kifuso Salim on the status of Kishushe Mlilo water project undertaken by Tavevo Water and Sewerage Company. Madam Speaker, the statement was sought on 1st October 2025 morning sitting number 082, and it was directed by the chair that the committee responds in 7 days. The statement seeker sought to be furnished with the following. 1. What is the official status of the Kishushe Mlilo water project, and has it been technically completed and certified? Second, why has the project not been handed over to the community despite completion, contrary to the stated implementation plan? 3, why was the project not implemented with an independent pipeline as originally envisaged, and what informed the decision to connect it to the existing community system? 4, why was the duly constituted project management committee excluded from the process despite its proven track record in managing the earlier project? 5, why has the department through Tavevo failed to conduct public participation as required under Article 10 of the Constitution and Section 115 of the County Governments Act? 6, what measures is the department putting in place to train the Community Management Committee to ensure capacity building for sustainable water management as envisioned under the project? And 7, what are the timelines for handing over of the project to the community as initially promised? Madam Speaker, the committee through the office of the clerk wrote to the managing director Tavevo with a letter dated 8th October 2025, reference TTCA/ADM/2/22/volume 4 into bracket 037, to respond to the statement by close of business Tuesday 14th October 2025. The managing director responded to the statement with a letter dated 13th October 2025, reference TTVT stroke CA stroke CECM stroke LET 4 stroke volume 3 into bracket 18. The committee reviewed the response and hereby wishes to give its progress report as follows. Question 1. What is the official status of the Kishenyi-Kishushe Mlilo Water Project, and has it been technically completed and certified? Response. The Kishenyi-Kishushe Mlilo Water Project is 98% complete, with the contractor currently undertaking system testing and remedial works to address minor defects identified during implementation. The contractor has formally requested a final inspection by the contract implementation team, CIT, to verify compliance with the approved designs and specifications and to facilitate technical completion, certification, and formally handover of the project to the procuring entity, that is Tavevo Water and Sewerage Company Limited. Question 2. Why has the project not been handed over to the community despite completion contrary to the stated implementation plan? Response. The project has not yet been handed over to the community because the contractor is yet to officially hand over the works. The handover process and subsequent management model will be organized after technical completion has been certified and all project components have been verified to be fully functional and compliant with the approved contract specifications. Question 3. Why was the project not implemented with an independent pipeline as originally envisaged, and what informed the decision to connect it to the existing community system? Response. The Kishenyi-Kishushe Mlilo Water Project comprises a 22-kilometer transmission pipeline of assorted diameters conveying water from the treatment works to the water kiosk at Mlilo Primary School. A section of the pipeline between chainage 0 plus 900 meters and 1 plus 200 meters passes through a rock tunnel, which partially caved in approximately 300 meters during the short rains experienced between September and December 2023, before the pipeline could be laid. Following consultations with key stakeholders, that is including the local administration and the project management committee, that is PMC, it was agreed to interconnect the new pipeline with the existing community system within the affected tunnel section to enable testing and operation of the newly constructed infrastructure while maintaining service continuity. Question 4. Why was the duly constituted project management committee excluded from the process despite its proven track record in managing the earlier project? Response. The project management committee PMC role was redefined to align with the procurement and contract management framework applied under the current project. The Kishenyi-Kishushe Mlilo Water Project is being implemented under a formal contract arrangement managed by Tavevo Water and Sewerage Company Limited, with oversight from the Contract Implementation Team, CIT, in accordance with the financing and procurement guidelines. The PMC, that is Project Management Committee, is engaged based on key project milestones. Their next major involvement will be during the handover and operationalization stage, where they will play a central role in community level management and sustainability arrangements. This structure ensures accountability, quality assurance, and compliance with the institutional and donor requirements while maintaining the PMC's vital role in community coordination and ownership. Number 5, why has the department through Tavevo failed to conduct public participation as required under Article 10 of the Constitution and Section 115 of the County Governments Act? Response: the company has been carrying out ongoing stakeholder consultations throughout the implementation period, primarily through the local administration project management committee. In addition, to ensure broader community involvement and transparency, Tavevo has organized a comprehensive stakeholder engagement forum scheduled for Thursday, 9th October 2025. This meeting will provide an opportunity to present the project status, address community concerns, and discuss the post-handover management model, thereby fulfilling the constitutional and statutory requirements for public participation and inclusive governance. Question 6. What measures is the department putting in place to train the community management committee to ensure capacity building for sustainable water management as envisioned under the project? Response: the project management committee PMCs have already been trained on the delegated management model DMM and the EDE CIPRA program with technical support from SNV. Building on this foundation, the department through the sub-county water officer is planning additional capacity building initiatives to further strengthen the PMC's competences in sustainable water system management, financial accountability, and operations oversight. These efforts will involve targeted refresher training sessions and mentorship engagements during and after project handover to ensure that the community management structures are adequately equipped to manage, operate, and maintain the system effectively in line with the project's long-term sustainability objectives. The last one, that is number 7, what are the timelines for handing over the project to the community as initially promised? Response: the handover of Kishenyi Kishushe Mlilo Water Project to the community is scheduled for mid-October 2025. This timeline allows for the final inspection, certification of technical completion and resolution, and any outstanding remedial work. Upon certification, the handover process and community engagement activities will be undertaken jointly by the Department of Water and Sanitation, Tavevo, and the Project Management Committee, PMC, to ensure a smooth transition and readiness for sustainable community management. Madam Speaker, in our conclusion, that is the Water Committee, Madam Speaker, the committee reviewed the statement and found it not to be sufficient and resolved to conduct a site visit to the project together with the area MCAs, that is Beruga and Umengu Kishushe, before inviting Tavevo Water and Storage Company to the committee before tabling a comprehensive report to this House within 21 days, just after we resume from the short recess. Madam Speaker, I submit.
Statement, Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Chair, and the committee. Madam Speaker, because they have concluded from their conclusion that the committee, they found it not to be sufficient, then I don't want to speak much because indeed it is not sufficient, so I will let the committee to do. But what I want to notify the committee, it is that on that meeting, which was held by Tavevo, I attended, and the tunnel, as they have stated in Bulletin 3, which was the question why the project not implemented. So these are the things which you are going on the ground to find. You can also, you'll be. It's better I bring it to the floor of the House. Why was the project not implemented with independent pipeline? So the committee did, the Kishushe people did just to the Tavevo. On that day, the community led the Tavevo and disconnected their, they joined the line. So the community reconnected back their line under the community management. So Tavevo, as at now, they have no line. What the committee need to go and find, if they are going to do their connecting as it is in the BQ, the independent line from the tunnel to Mlilo. And if they are not going to connect, then we need them to table this, to table and share to us the millions which were to do that work and where they're going to refund that work to do. Because as the people of Kishushe, we did them just. They replaced their line and gave the Tavevo time to go and join their own line as per the BQ. And the people are ready to volunteer, Madam Speaker, to connect for them to go under the tunnel, because it's not a big deal. They are saying the tunnel or collapse with that, it's just gimmicks. The community, even myself, I can do just for them. I can go under the tunnel and connect for them. What we want to know, the 64 million, the amount of money which was to connect from the tunnel up to Kishushe below Ngongodinyi, that amount, how much? Around 3 to 4 kilometers. So that money, they should do it, the work with the independent pipe. Madam Speaker, this House, we are doing our oversight to avoid the loss of public funds. If that thing could have gone as they wanted, the county could have lost a lot of money, which is donor funds. And as a representative of the people and the oversight and the people of Kishushe, that one cannot work. So as at now, they are using their old lines, but now the people of Mlilo, they don't have water because they were to get water under the Tavevo line. So, Madam Speaker, the 21 days are sufficient, but just note that information that I've shared. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion, debate on the address by His Excellency the Governor.
Honorable members, the debate on the address of His Excellency the Governor resumes, having been proposed during Tuesday, 14th October 2025 morning sitting number 088. Honorable members, the floor is open for debate. Honorable members, there being no member wishing to contribute and having concluded the order on the business in today's order paper, The House stands adjourned until Wednesday, 22nd October 2025 at 2:30 p.m.